All right, so welcome to the second video. We are still in the costing. Like I said, I do not want the video to be too long, so I had to break the video to create a second video so you can be able to understand it very well. So, in the previous video, we ended in the nitrosol, which the nitrosol we are using 1,000 naira nitrosol, and it is we need. So as simple as that. You said the 1 kg gram is going to give us 1 kg divided by 4. So we're going to have 100. You need to learn how to divide this gram and the liters very well. So now we'll look into the second chemical on our list is EPW, which is your antifungal. So EPW is it goes for 7,600. So we only need 100 gram. So now 7,600 divided by 10, we're going to have about 760 naira. If you do your division very well, you're going to have like 17 points, but you just have to add one number to it to be on the safe side, you understand? So the other chemical is the deformer, which is 1005, and we need about 150 gram. So simple mathematics, 1005 divided by 7, which is going to give us about 215 naira. Remember what I said, you might get 2.13, 0.5, just add one number. So it's going to be 215 naira. See, you see all this little money, please don't overlook it. You have to include it, you understand? That what makes you a manufacturer. You understand? So the other chemical is ammonia. Ammonia is 1008. So we are using 50 gram. So 1008 divided it's 50 grams, so 1 kg divided by 20, which is 1008 divided by 20, and is going to give us about 90 naira. So the other chemical is silicate, which is 500 gram, simply half kg. So and silicate is sold for 5,000 naira. So simple, 5,000 naira divided by 2, you understand, which will give us 500 gram, which is 2,500. And the other chemical is our DOP, which is 2,850 naira. So and we need 50 grams. So 2,850 naira divided by 20 is going to give us 143 naira. Then we move over to our caustic soda solution. Remember the caustic soda solution, you have to buy the caustic soda, you soak it with water, and then you get the 50 gram you want to use. You're not going to soak all the 1 kg, you understand? When you buy it, you're going to divide it. It's better you divide it into 2, you soak into 4. You can soak the quarter kg, so you don't mess the remaining one. Then you just use your digital scale to get your 50 gram, you understand? So 2,000 naira divided by 20, we're going to have about okay, yeah, 2,000 naira divided by 20, which is the 50 gram, we're going to have about 100 naira. So now for the purchase formula, which is the prime formula, when you put all this calculation together, you're going to have about 70,000 naira. Now, we go over back to our overhead cost. Our overhead cost, we have plastic bucket, which is about 2,500. You have your sticker or your merge is about 200 naira. Then you have your rent, where you're staying, be it your shop, your office. You know that you are paying. Let's say you're paying about 600,000 naira per year. That 600,000 divided by 12, you're going to get about 50,000 naira. Now, that's what you're paying by per month. So this 50,000 naira divided by 30, you're going to get about 1,700 per day. So that is what you're going to use, 1,700. You understand? So for the labor, I will tell you how you're going to get the labor. For now, the hidden cost is about 300 naira. You just put that there. And then for the variable cost, that's the transportation, is about 300 naira. So when you put all these things together, you calculate your 2,500, your 1,007, your 300, and your 200 with your other 300. You're going to get your total amount. So when you get your total amount, you're going to divide it with 5%. So your 5% is going to give you, I think you're going to get about 5,000 naira. So your 5,000 naira. So your 10% is going to be like 500 naira when you put all together. So your 10%, which is your 500 naira, you're going to put it in your labor cost. That is what you're going to pay yourself. 500 naira. Remember, this should be your own production, small scale. You don't have anybody that is working with you. Even if you have anybody you're working with you, then you have to split this 5,500. You understand, at the end of the day. So now 5,500 is your overhead cost. So your overhead cost, which is 5,500 plus your 70,000, we're going to have about 70 naira. This is what you have for your prem formula production cost, and this formula can stand the test of time. It can meet any standard formulation, and this formulation as well, you can still fabricate it, yes, to a lesser proportion, but depend on what you want. So I don't advise you to go below this. Instead, we move over to the market formula. Yes, the market formula is this customer that cannot afford to pay you 70. They fall under the price of 50, 60,000, and thereabout. So what are you going to do? Simple as egg busy. You take off your titanium dioxide, you take off your Banamol, you can reduce your nitrosol, but like I said, I don't advise you to use Bamako. You understand? You might choose to use Bamako. I don't know about that, but I'm telling you the chemicals you can take off. You can take off your EPW, you can take off your silicate, you can take off your caustic soda solution. Yes, you can remove your caustic soda solution. You already have your Cargum PT there. You understand? So you can take off remove your caustic soda solution as well. So by the time you remove all these chemicals that I said you can take off, then you have to, I don't want this video to be too long. This is the second video, you understand? You can do the calculation yourself. So by the time you take away all this chemical, the caustic soda, the silicate, the EPW, the Texanol, you now calculate it all the way from the beginning. But this time we're going to be restructuring the production process, because we're not going to be using the titanium for 6,600. We are going to be using the titanium for 5,400. Yes, and we're going to be using 2 kg titanium. You understand? So the acrylic, we're not going to be using 13 kg. We're going to be using 8 kg. And then for the water, it is no longer 5 liters. We're going to be using 6 liters of water. Then by the time you do the calculation, we know that when you reduce your titanium, use the one of 6,400 and you're using 2 kg, we're going to fall under 10,800. Then when we use the acrylic 8 times 8 kg, we're going to fall under 22,400. So we start all over again to start calculating. Then we calculate it, the 100 naira, 200 22,400, all the way down to the chemicals we have left. At the end of the day, we're going to have 40,788 naira. So when you have 40,788 naira, you add your 5,500 naira for your overhead cost. You understand? So at the end of the day, you're going to have market formula. For formula will fall at formula, which is the prime formula, at 75,888,000. So this, you have gotten the idea of how much you're going to give to your client. So if you go below this, that is means you don't want your overhead costs. You're taking off your overhead costs. You know that this is what you got for your chemical, 40,788. So when you take over your overhead costs, then you now know what you are doing to yourself. Are you gaining or you're losing? Then when you come to your purchase formula, you say you want to remove your overhead cost and it's 70,388. You ask yourself, are you gaining or you're losing? You understand? So in all this formula, you understand, you can also get a third formula. You understand? In restructuring the chemical, you can get a third formula in restructuring the chemical. But you ask yourself, do you want to produce a quality product, or you want to produce a product that your customers are not going to come back to purchase your product? You understand? So when you do this production process like this and you sell one bucket, this is what you're going to be getting from each of these formulation process. You understand? So that is why you hear people say when you sell in bulk, you get more money, because that is where the money is coming from. So imagine, for instance, now that you are to sell 50 buckets. You understand? Like I say, when you're producing one drum, which is 20 liters, you know that you're either giving it to your customer to based on you want them to see your product, or maybe they just want to buy 1 gallon of this paint. You understand? And remember, you're still going to have some chemical left behind. So it's from your chemical left behind plus the little profit you're going to make that is going to make you get something of this production. But let's say you are going to be producing up to 50 buckets. You understand? Let's say you got a contract to supply 50 buckets of emotion paint, or 20 or 30, or you're putting it in your shop. You understand? Let's say you're putting it in your shop, and this emotion sorry, not emotion, satin, and this satin paint, you want to sell it for 50,000 naira. You understand? You want to sell the market formula for 50,000 naira, or let's say you're selling it to someone, you understand, that wants you to bring 50 buckets for 50,000 naira. I'm using the market formula. I'm not using the high purchase formula, which is the premium formula. You understand? We're talking about the market formula, because the market formula is easy to purchase, it's easy to buy, which is 40,788 naira. And remember, this market formula, the only thing we reduce is the titanium dioxide, we reduce the acrylic, we still have the DOP that of course is going to do his work, we have the carbon PT that is also going to do the work, the old but we don't have the Texanol, which is the color colorant agent. And of course, you know that the shining preparatories is not going to be much like the one of the purchase formula. You understand? But that does not mean this satin paint is not going to come out unique. It's definitely going to come out unique. It's going to be like the one you have in the market, because the chemicals are original. It's only when the chemicals are not original that is when you now start having issues, because even if you produce a premium paint with the high quality chemicals and they are not original, you're going to have a very big problem, because it's going to be a messed up. So you have to make sure you're sourcing for the right chemical. It's very, very important. If you source for the right chemical, let me tell you, if you get this centering acrylic, the acrylic for satin paint, you understand, you get it, the original one. At times, you don't even need to add your Texanol. I'm just telling you, that is why you see, if I tell you skip Texanol, you skip the Texanol, because your acrylic is 100% synthetic. You understand? It is original acrylic. You understand? So that is how this bulk purchasing work. You make sure your chemical is original. So now, so our normal market formula is 40,788 naira. Remember, and our overhead cost is 5,500 naira. We all know what is overhead cost. You understand? Overhead cost is your bucket, your equipment, your rent, your labor, your hidden cost, and your variable cost, which is your transportation. You understand? It's separate from this our chemical cost. You understand? So now 40,788, and you're selling this paint for about 50,000. So what do you say? 50,000 minus 40,788. You understand? You're going to get about um I think about 9,212 naira. So this 9,212 naira times 50, you're going to get 460,600. Yes, that is what you're going to get. 460,600. So this is your gain. You understand? This is your profit. If you're doing the market formula. Remember, if you're producing one, it's going to fall at 46,288 because you're only going to be adding your overhead costs. You understand? So, which is going to be 46,288. You can as well sell it for 50,000 naira. So, all you need to do is 40,788 naira divided by, is not divide, please, minus, that's 50,000 naira minus 40,788. And you know how much you're going to, is going to be your profit. You understand? But I want to do it in the bulky way because I know most of us, we are selling more than 10 to 20, 50 drums of emotion paint. You understand? We're not selling only one. But if you're selling one and you choose to sell this market formula, let's say for instance, you want to produce 100 drums of satin paint, you understand? And you want to sell it for 50,000 naira. You understand? Per one bucket drum, which is 20 liters. We're not talking about 6 liters or 5 liters or 4 liters. Our main focus is 20 liters, you understand, which is called a drum. Why 4 liters or 5 liters or it's called gallons, you understand? So let's say that you want to be producing, or you're going to produce up to 50 to 100 buckets of satin, and you want to sell it for 50,000 naira, you understand? Remember, you're going to buy your acrylic in drum, which is perfect and excellent for you. So when you buy your acrylic in drum, you will know that this acrylic is 100% pure acrylic and is going to give you the glossiness you want. So that is, you can do away with your Texano without even wondering, without even panicking, without even being afraid, because you know that it is the market formula production you are doing. You understand? And you're going to make more money because you're not going to be buying most of your chemicals in kg. You're going to be buying most of your chemicals in bags, you understand? And when you buy your chemicals in bags or you buy them in bulk, it's going to do you a whole lot of good. You understand? You're going to make more money. Your production is going to come out fantastic because these chemicals have not been touched. The chemicals are perfect, and you're going to calculate it very well, and you're going to produce even more badges of paint. You understand? So that is the beauty of being a large scale producer. You understand? You're producing 10 drums, 20 drums, 50 drums, 200 drums. Perfect. You make more money. And again, let me tell you one thing. When you produce in large quantity, the cost of your production will drop. You tend to see that this 40,788 naira might end up dropping down to 35,000 or 33,000 naira because you are now producing in bulk. You will now be calculating it in kgs, not in grams, and you're going to make more profit. You see the difference where you get yourself confused when you go to the market and you see a product is lesser than what you produce because they've produced in large quantity. They produce in 300 drums. You are producing in 2 drums. You see where the problem is. You see where the problem and the confusion is. You understand? So you need to learn all this process accurately. You understand? So thank you once again for tuning in today, and I'm happy to have taught you this wonderful formulation process, and I hope you've learned something. And don't forget to do your practical and drop it below in the comment section, and let me know in the comment section if you are going to try this out. You understand? And also, again, I want to give you the opportunity to have me to mentor you. Yes. Hey, let me tell you a short story. A couple of weeks ago, I had a student that came, sent me a message and said hi and asked me for some basic information. And I was able to clarify him on what he wants. And then immediately he said, "Oh, Coach Glina, I want to be your student. How much is it going to cost me for you to mentor me?" And immediately I was stunned and I was quiet. Why? Was because he made me remember my young self years back when I had my wonderful mentor and coach, and I appreciate him every day because is because of him I am where I am today. Even as much as I traveled out of my country to learn more in the painting industry and chemical field, you understand. But all glory have to him because he's the builder of my knowledge. You understand? I started with him first. So to cut the story short, when I started, I only paid for my registration to my own mentor, and I got the necessary equipment we needed for the training. Like I told previous of my students, and I didn't give him any other money again. He just saw this interest in me, and he always told me right from day one that go and teach this student, go and teach that student. I'll be wondering, why is he telling me to go teach these people, and I don't even you understand know anything. I know he saw something in me years back that I didn't see in myself, and I gave him a gift. Yeah, I gave him money gift. You understand? I gifted him money, which none of his student has ever given to him. You understand? And to the glory of Allah and God, he appreciated what I did. You understand? And when this my student asked me that question, I quickly dodged it. Not because I didn't want to answer him, but because I was happy, I was proud, and I wanted to return back what I gave to my mentor. I wanted to do that for him instead of him doing the other way around, if you understand. And I know he'll be feeling, it's like her price is too much for me, that she doesn't want to tell me the price or something. So I didn't answer him, and we ended the discussion. And a few weeks back, he came again, messaged me, "Coach Glina, I asked you a question. How much does it cost for me to be your student? I want you to mentor me." And I gave him everything I knew that I needed to give him, because it is not easy for someone appreciating your potential. The person wants you to mentor him. And you know what it is when you mentor someone? Is asking for all of you. Not really all of me though. You understand? But he wants, there's something he has seen that he believes in you. Let me just use the word, he believes in you. You understand? And he feels that you're going to direct him to the right path. And one thing about paint manufacturers is that they don't know that we are all unique. We are all colleagues, you understand? I might teach you today and you might become more better and more greater than me, and you might teach me in the future. That's what happens to all this chemical formulation process. You understand? The more you want to become greater, the more you'll be great. You understand? So there is nobody that is above anybody. The only difference is getting your own unique formulation and, of course, mastering it. You understand? So because of that, I've decided to give as much as you all that want me to mentor you. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to add to the mentorship. Yes, I'm not going to tell you. When you purchase being wanting me to be your mentor, that is when you're going to see all I'm going to be discussing with you. Let me use the word discussing. You understand? You know what I'm going to do for you. You understand? So that is it. I'm going to drop the link in the description for you having the privilege to own my mentorship. You understand? You're going to own my mentorship. You understand? And if you're my student before and you still want to appreciate your coach by owning her mentorship again, then I'll be delightful to tell you something or teach you something that I've not taught you before. You understand? I don't want to talk too much. You understand? So, and also let me announce this, whenever you don't see the link in the description, they know that the offer has been taken off. You understand? The offer has been taken off. And don't come asking me, Coach Glina, I want you to mentor me because I'm not going to listen to you. I have a lot of students that I attend to. And of course, my health as well is important to me. You understand? So that is it for today. I love you all. I appreciate you for tuning in and hope you've learned something beautiful. I appreciate you a lot and thank you for supporting me and see you in the next video. Bye for now.